in these shlokas, the author is establishing that even Satchidananda cannot be taken as the gunas of Atma. Because Purvapakshi was contending that Atma must have Satchidananda Gunam at least. And if we accept that Atma has Satchidananda, Atma becomes Saguna, Brahman is Nirguna, Tasmat Tvam Atma Na Brahma. Thus Purvapakshi will say, okay, thus Purvapakshi can argue if we accept Satchidananda Guna. And if we say that Satchidananda Gunas are not there, then he will say, then Atma is Asat, Achit, Ananandaha. Therefore, if we accept, it becomes Saguna. If we do not accept, then Atma will be Asat, non-existent. For this, our answer is that Atma is Nirgunam only. Atma does not have Satchidananda Gunas. But still, it will not become Asat because Sat happens to be its very Swarupam. So all objects in the creation requires Sat Guna for its existence. But Sat does not require Sat Guna for its existence. Anything requires sugar for sweetness. One does not require sugar for sweetness. Sugar. Why? Because sweetness it doesn't require because it happens to be Swarupam. Therefore, our Siddhanta is Satchidanandaha Atmanaha na Gunaha Parantu Swarupam eva. It is its very Swarupam. Okay. Having established the Sat and Chit as Swarupam, now in the 24th shloka, he is going to talk about Ananda. Ananda also is not Guna but Swarupam. Atma is not Anandi but Atma is Anandaha. 24. Ahameva sukham nanyate Anyacchennaiva tat sukham Amadartham nahi preyaha Madarthanna swatah priyam. So in some books there is a correction. Anyachen naiva, double na should be there. Naiva in that place. In Chinmaya Mission books there is only one na. Anyachen naiva, anyatu chet na eva. So here also the same statement alone. Sukham aham eva. Aham eva means me swarupam eva. Exactly like previous shloka. Me swarupam eva. So Ananda is myself. Myself means my very intrinsic nature only. Na anyat. Sukham na anyat. It is not anything else. Anything else here means not a property. So Sukham Swarupameva na anyat gunadikam na, it is not guna, etc. Then, if you consider it as something else, anyat chet. If Sukham is other than my nature, if the Sukham is the property, not myself, but if it is my property, Naiva tat Sukham, it can never be called Sukham. If Sukham is other than me, that is other than my Swarupam, if the Sukham happens to be Guna or some other thing, Dravyam, Samanyam, Samyogam, Vishesham, Yatkinchit, whatever it is, other than me means na tat Sukham. It cannot be said to be Sukham at all. This is Pratigna Vakyam. Anyat chet na Sukham. He has not given the reason. Now the reason he is going to give in the second line. A very, very bold statement. Anything other than me cannot be Sukham. Why not? So he is going to do a Vikalpa. Vikalpa means divide into two questions. Okay. Imagine something is other than me. Now that thing, is it related to me or not related to me? Madartham va or amadartham va? Does it exist for my sake or is it not for my sake? For my sake means related to me. So if Sukham is something other than me, now I ask you two questions. Is that something, Sukham, which is other than me, is it connected to me, Atma Sambandhi va, Atma Sheshi va, or it is not connected to me, Madartham va, Amadartham va? Okay. Now first he takes the Amadartham. If it is not connected to me, not related to me, so Amadartham chet, in the second line you see, Amadartham, you have to add one chet. Amadartham chet, if that thing is not related to me, nahi preyaha, it never becomes an object of love. Anything not connected to me never becomes an object of love. What all things you like, you find anything you like is in some way or the other connected to you. If you are going to like everything, whether it is connected or not, you will find that any Tom, Dick and Harry, you should say, hello, how are you, fine? You must be able to like everyone, but you find that the love is directed to only something which is Atma Sambandhi. I like my son. Why can't you say, I like this son, the DHEM, brother? I like this son, can anybody say? No. In fact, if there is like for everyone, when we read the newspaper, so many people die, we have to continuously akhanda mourning. Like Ramanamavallan sollala. Adu madri there must be akhanda mourning. Why? Because constantly 200 people died in bomb blast and another 150 boat capsized. Nothing happens to us. Why? Because that has no connection to me. So imagine some distant relative is in Sri Lanka. Then you will find your heart will be burning. Therefore you find what is Atma Shehi, what is connected with Atma alone is dear. And therefore, if Sukham is not connected to me, it cannot be called Sukham at all, because there is no love for it. Whereas Sukham is loved by all. What is not connected with me is not loved. Sukham is loved. And therefore Sukham is not Amadartha. Appadi argue panna. Sukham is loved by all. What is not related to me cannot be loved. Amadartham, it cannot be loved. But I love it. And therefore Atma is not unrelated to me. It does not come under Amadartham category. So if it belongs to Amadartham, Amadartham means what? A third person, third thing, unconnected thing. So if Sukham were unconnected thing, it will not be loved. But it is loved. Therefore it cannot fall under unconnected thing. Okay. Then somebody said, let us say the other way around. Sukham is loved because it is connected to me. Appadi vechikalam. So unconnected Amadartham we have dismissed. Now I am telling Sukham is loved because it is Madartham. It is my Sukham and therefore it is liked. And he says there is another problem. Suppose you say, it is my Sukham, therefore it is liked. See, this is where Anvaya Vyatireka you have to use. Now this building is there. Two buildings are there. Both are buildings. Or two people, boys are there. One is my son, another is not my son. Son remaining the same. When it is my son, I like. When it is somebody else's son, I don't like. I am not telling dislike. There is no question of love or attachment. Now, when there is my adjective, the object is liked. When the my adjective is removed, object is not liked. Therefore, what is liked? Isn't it? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. So, when a person with money I like, a person without, the very same person without money I don't like. Therefore, what do I like? Money. Therefore, my son I like. Remove the my, son I don't like. Somebody else's I mean. Son I don't like. But the moment I put to my, I like. Therefore, what do I like now? Remember, when I am associated with a thing, I like it. When I am not associated with that thing, I don't like it. And therefore, the like of that object is only gaunam. Gaunam means what? It is only fake love. It is only a borrowed, superimposed love. It is not loved for its own sake. It is not loved for its own sake. Then it is loved for whose sake? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. It is loved for my sake. And therefore, madartham chet, if an object is liked because of association with me, if an object is liked because of association with me, then that love is not swataha na priyam. It is not liked for itself. Then it is liked for whom? Na? Madartham eva. Okay. Then if it is not liked for itself, can it be called sukham? No. Sukham is an object which is liked for its own sake. Isn't it? Sukham is liked for its own sake. So if an object is liked for my sake, then it cannot be called sukham. Sukham must be that which should be liked for its own sake. So therefore, ultimately reducing, you will find that I like everything for my sake, but I like sukham for its own sake, and therefore I and sukham alone must be identical. Nothing else can be identical. Liking is simple, but understanding what is liking seems to be very difficult. Okay. So I hope it is clear. So sukham is amadartham or madartham. It is liked for my sake, or it is liked without connection with me. If sukham has no connection with me, it will not be liked by me. Then if sukham is not liked by me, it cannot be called sukham at all. Okay. Then can you say it is liked for my sake? No. If it is liked for my sake, then also it is not liked for its own sake. Again, it cannot be called sukham, because sukham must be that which is liked for its own sake. And therefore, amadartham it is not, madartham it is not. Then what is it? Na? I myself. So therefore, amadartham nahi preyaha, madartham na swatah priyam. So that which is not related to me is not loved by me, and madartham, that which is related to me, is not what you call loved for its own sake, swataha na priyam. And therefore what conclusion? Sukham can be only myself. Again, swarupam alone. Continuing. Here also there is a correction in Chinmaya Mission books. There is nahi, it begins, it should be nahi. Nahi nana swarupam syat ekam vastu kadachana tasmadakhanda evasmi vijahajjagatim bhidam. Okay. Now the Purvapakshi comes. He says, still you are not Brahman. Why? Because he said your Swarupa is Sat, Chit, Ananda. That means in your nature there is threefold division. Sat, Chit, Solalaya. So Sat, Chit, Ananda. When you say Satchidananda, Sadamsham seems to be there, Chidamsham seems to be there, Ananda Amsham seems to be there. Thus Atma seems to have three different nature, three different aspects. Therefore, it has got Swagata Bhedam. Swagata Bhedam na anartham tanukulle division. Within itself, it has got division. There may not be many Atmas. Atma may be one. But within that Atma, Sadamsha is there. You also say that in the inert creation, Sadamsha is manifest. In what you call Sukshma Sharira, Jiva Rachis, Chidamsha is manifest. In Karana Sharira, Anandamsha is manifest. The very fact that different Amshams are manifesting in different places shows it has got different features, different natures, and therefore it is not Ekarasam. It is not homogeneous. It is not uniform. Because Amshanam Satvat. Whereas Brahman is what? Ekarasam. Atma is what? Satchidananda. And therefore, Purvapakshi says, Atma is not Brahman. Edavadu sollana avanukku. So now, here we are going to say that Sat, Chit and Ananda are only three different names given. They are not three different parts of Atma. They are not distinct characteristics of the Atma. That means Sat alone is Chit. Chit alone is Ananda. Ananda alone is Sat. Sat and Chit and Ananda are one and the same alone. So therefore he says, Ekam Vastu, this non-dual Atma, reality, Vastu means reality. That is to be taken as Hetu Garbham Visheshanam, being reality. So that non-dual reality, Nana Swarupam Nasyat, cannot have different natures or characteristics. Kadachana means at any time. So this non-dual reality cannot have many characteristics at any time. And therefore, Tasmat Akhanda Eva Asmi. Therefore, I, the Atma, am ever undivided. There is no Sat Khandam, Chit Khandam, and Ananda Khandam. Indha pakkathile ellam Sat irukku, andha pakkathile ellam Chit irukku. It is not like that. Aham Akhandaha Eva Asmi. Okay. Then the question comes, then why do you use three different names? Either way you are in trouble. If you are using three different words, each word must have different meanings. If three words have got different meanings, it must be indicating different characteristics or properties of Atma. And if different properties are there, it will become Sakhandaha with Khandam. Okay? And to avoid this problem, if you say Sat is Chit, Chit is Ananda, then there will be another dosha known as Punarukti dosha. So water tannin pani konduva solromo. Water tannin pani na. No. It is called dosha. It shall either bring water or Tanningundva or Panilai, whatever it might be. You cannot use in a sentence the same word if it connotes the same thing. Therefore, Satchidananda Paryayaha va Bhinna Padarthaha va. Yadi Paryayaha Punarukti Doshaha, Yadi Bhinna Padarthaha Khandatvam. Eppadi annalu maatundai. So then we say it is not like that. The Vachyarthams are different. Nangal Vedantilla Ashadu Nanisindrikya Kakararar. Vachyarthams are different, but Lakshyartham is ultimately one alone. Okay. For example, suppose I say Dasharatha Putraha Lakshmananujaha Sita Bharyaha or Sita Bharta Ramaha. All the four words are synonyms are different. Enna solluven? Lakshmananujaha Dasharatha Putraha Sita Bharta Ramaha. All four names are synonyms are different now. So if you say all the four are same, then why do you use four words? Ramaha is enough. At the same time, if they are different, say they are different, then four names must indicate four different people or one and the same man. Top portion is Ramaha, middle portion is something, Lakshmananujaha, etc. Can you say? No. What we say is, Shadda Pravritti Nimittas are different. In one, the Vachyartham means Lakshmana's brother. In another, the Vachyartham is what? Dasharatha's son. In the third, the Vachyartham is Sita's Bharta. The ideas are different. Brother and husband and son, they are not the same. But even though the Vachyarthams are different, all the words ultimately relate only one thing. What is that? One Vyakti Matraha, Vyakti Matra Bodham. Idhukku better than Vyakti Matra Bodham Choluva. Vyakti Matra Bodham means all of them will reveal only one single Rama, though words are different. In the same way, Sat, Chit and Ananda have got different word meanings, connotations, Shabda Pravrittis are different. But ultimately they all resolve into one entity alone, that is Atma or Brahman. Okay. And why do we have these different names? When you look at Rama from Dasharatha's standpoint, Rama remaining the same, from Dasharatha's angle, when you see, you say Dasharatha Putraha. When from Lakshmana's angle, you see, you call it Lakshmana Anujaha. And when you see from Sita's angle, Sita Bharta, you call. In the same way, in the world we see Vyavaharika Satyam. And when you reveal Brahman as the Adhishthanam of Vyavaharika Satyam, you call it Sat. When Brahman is revealed as the Adhishthanam of Vyavaharika Satyam, we call it Sat. And we have got Vyavaharika Jnanam Kadajnanam, Patajnanam, Matajnanam, Tadajnanam, all those things. And when you want to reveal Brahman as the Adhishtanama of Vyavaharika Jnanam, you call it as Chid Rupam. And similarly, we have got Vyavaharika Ananda, Chirikromali Vadakadaki. So that is called Vyavaharika Ananda. And when Brahman is revealed as the Adhishtanam of Vyavaharika Ananda, you call it as what? Ananda Swarupaha. So, therefore, Tatastha Lakshanam only. Even Swarupa Lakshanam is ultimately Tatastha Lakshanam only, or we call it Upalakshanam. Why I use the word Upalakshanam now? We have seen this word. Sakshitapina Tatviki Chetyoparaga Rupame Sakshitapina Tatviki Upalakshaname Veyam Nistaranga Chidambude. Even the word witness is from the standpoint of witnessed. Similarly, it is called Sat as an Adhishtanam of Vyavaharika Satyam, Chit as an Adhishtanam of Vyavaharika Jnanam. Suppose you remove all those things, then what is it now? Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. We cannot use any words at all. And therefore, really speaking, what is Atman? Vidahat Jagatim Bhidam. Free from. Vidahat means Jahati Dehitaha Jahati. What? Jagatim Bhidam. The worldly divisions. Bhida means division. Jagati means belonging to Jagat. Is called Jagati. Jagataha Iyam Jagati. Bhida means Bedaha. Bedaha Solapradona, meter Siria Varade. So, Bhida. Okay. So, the idea is, in Vyavaharika Satyam, Vyavaharika Jnanam, and Vyavaharika Ananda, there is Bheda. And with the help of these three Bhedas, we are revealing Paramarthika Sat, Paramarthika Chit and Paramarthika Ananda. But once we have come to Paramarthika level, these differences cannot be made. Therefore, from Vyavaharika Satyam, we will come to Sat. From Vyavaharika Jnanam, we will come to Chit. From Vyavaharika Ananda, we will come to Ananda. At Vyavaharika level, they will be different. But once you come to Paramarthika level, Sat is Chit, Chit is Ananda. No difference is possible. Paramarthika level, there is no difference at all. Therefore, who am I? Akhanda Satchidananda Swarupaha. So, Jagatim Bhidam Vidahati Vastu. It will go with Vastu. Vidahat Vastu. Akhandaha Eva Ahamasmi. Okay, continuing. Parokshata Paricheda Shabalya Poha Nirmalam Tadasiti Gira Lakshyam Ahamekara Sammaha. So at last he comes to Shruti, pointing out that Shruti also is revealing, I have established through Yukti, Aham Brahmasmi. So Shruti Arthan Solrade. The Shruti also is revealing this Aham Brahmasmi alone through the Mahavakyam known as Tat Tvam Asi. And there also one may argue that it can never be Aikyam because the very fact the Shruti uses two different words indicate they must be different. Brahman is referred by the word Tat. Jiva is referred by the word Tvam. The very fact that two different words are used for two different entities indicate they must be different. Yeah, tattu dane, tvam dane. So therefore, one may doubt, how can Mahavakya reveal the identity when there are more than one word? Then we say, Shruti does not use two different words thinking that they are different, but it is Anuvadaha. We have the idea that I am here, Brahman is there. Therefore, keeping our mistake in the beginning, it is negating. To negate the mistake, na mistake vayala sollithan aanam illaya. Snake is not there, solradhike enna solli aanam? Snake is not there, solradhike snake solli aanam illaya. Therefore, even though in my vision snake is not at all there, I have to use the word snake because the ignorant man has got the idea of snake. Similarly, in Shruti Drishti, Tatitvam Bheda is not there, but our wrong vision is paraphrased and negated. So, Tatitvam is paraphrasing, Asi is negating. Tatu and Tvam are paraphrasing. Asi is negating. So, Nidan Adi Sulatan Nartham, Ni Adi Ingra Bedam Illay Nartham. Nidan Adi means what? So, the very word Ni Adi difference is wrong. Thus, Tatitvam. That is why we are going to say it is Lakshyartham and not Vachyartham. Vachyarthe Vedaha, Lakshyarthe na Vedaha. Vachyartham comes out of ignorance, Lakshyartham comes out of wisdom. Okay. How does it reveal the identity, Mahavakyam? This all must be very, very easy for you. We have seen several times. The Mahavakya is Tat Tvam Asi. Tat refers to Ishvara and Tvam refers to Jiva. And in Tat Padam, the idea is that meaning is there. That refers to what? Parokshatvam. So the Tat Padam has got the idea of remoteness, otherwise Parokshatvam. Okay. And why does this Parokshatvam come? Why do you say that God? You are never referring to yourselves. Because you see that you have got Alpajnatvam, Alpesaratvam, Alpavyapitvam, your attribute is something, whereas Lord is Sarvajnaha, Sarveshwaraha, etc. So our idea of remoteness, that Lord is far away from me, is only because of His glorious attributes, which is caused by what? Maya Upadhi. Therefore, Tad refers to two ideas. One is Parokshatvam and another is association with Maya Upadhi. And association in Sanskrit, in Vedanta, and association in Sanskrit, in Vedantic context, is called Shabalyam. So Ishvara has got Maya Shabalyam. Chapalyam illa. Tamilla எழுதுனா சாபல்யம் ஆயிடும். ஷாபல்யம், ஷாக்கு சாதா, பாக்கு பாதா, ஷாபல்யம்ல சாபல்யம் ஆயிடும். Okay. So if you put it in another language, it is called Maya Shabalaha Ishwaraha, or Ishwara has Maya Shabalyam. It's a very often used terminology. Maya Shabalaha Ishwaraha. So Shabalaha means associated with. Ishvara is associated with, endowed with Maya, or Ishvara has abstract noun Maya Shabalyam, association with Maya. Okay. What about Jiva? Jiva has got the problem of Parichedaha, limitation. That I am small, aham dinaha, aham anathaha. If aham dinaha, he is dina bandhu. If I am anathaha, he is anathanathaha. So jivaha, I am parichinnaha, or I have got parichedaha. Parichinnaha means limited. Parichedaha means limitation. Okay. And this belongs to what? Tvam padam of the Mahavakya. Tatpada has got parokshatvam and Maya Shabalyam. Tvampada has got parichedaha. And this limitation comes because of what? Association with Sharira Upadhi or Avidya Upadhi. So Jivaha Avidya Shabalaha, or Jiva has got Avidya Shabalyam, association with the Avidya. So Tatpada has got Parokshata and Maya Shabalyam. Tvampada has got Paricheda and Avidya Shabalyam. And the Shruti says Tat Tvam Asi. Now the question is, how can they be identical? So here the author says, when the Tatpada is what? That Ishvaraha is associated with Tvam, what does it do? It attacks Tvampada, and Tatpada refers to Ishvara who is big, Brahman, and when Brahman is adjective to the Parichinna Jivaha, by adding the Brahman adjective, the limitation of Jiva is dismissed. So because of the Tatpada adjective, Jiva loses its what? Parichedaha, limitation. And the Periya Brahman ni sonnathanala enna artham varudhu? நீ நினைக்கிற மாதிரி சின்னவன் இல்லை. பெரிய பிரம்மன் நீ அர்த்தம். You are not small. So your smallness is negated by using Tatpada. Tat being Brahman big. So now what is left out? The Jivaha which is not small, which is big. Okay. By adding Tvampada along with Tat, Ishvara also is going to lose something, because both of them are destroying each other one portion. Ishvara has got what problem now? Parokshata. Ishwaran is parokshaha, remote idea is there. So Ishvara is associated with remoteness. Then Vivek Chudamani chonnena. Anyway, remoteness. And Tvam pada, Tvam refers to what? I jivaha. I am far away or nearby. Na? I is always aparokshaha, closest. So by using the word Tvam pada, which stands for nearness, it will destroy the remoteness of the Lord. So Tvam pada, because of its nearness, when it is used as an adjective to Lord, the Lord's distance is removed. So when I say, you are God, what happens? Engiyo paathandirukom illaya? Adu pohum. Oh Lord, mele paakram illaya. So therefore the very sight upward is destroyed by using the word Tvam. And therefore in short, Tvam pada destroys parokshatvam of Tatpada. Tatpada destroys parichinnatvam of Tvam pada. Then what is left out? Nearby God and limitless Jiva. Nearby God and limitless Jiva. Both are one and same Asi. So this is the job of Mahavakyam, which we have talked about in the Bhagatyaga Lakshana, Jahad Ajahal Lakshana. If you remember, fine. Otherwise, you just go and refer back if you have written notes. If you have not written notes also, I wish you best of luck. What can I say? Okay. So he is condensing all the essence of the Shastra in simplest of terms. And therefore, what does the Mahavakya do? Parokshata, Paricheda, Shapalya, Apoha Nirmalam. So I am Nirmalaha. I am the pure consciousness. Whole thing is one word. Parokshada, Paricheda, Shapalya, Apoha Nirmalam is one word. I am the pure consciousness. Apoha, which is obtained after the elimination of. Apohanam means elimination, negation, dismissal, nishedaha. Okay, who is pure by the elimination of Shabalyam, the association with the Upadis. What Upadi? Maya and Avidya understood. Association with Maya, Avidya, Upadis, and the consequent Parokshata, remoteness, and Parichedaha. Parichedaha means what? Limitation. So I am the pure consciousness after the removal of the association with Maya and Avidya Upadis, and consequently after the removal goes for the other two also. After the removal of the Upadi Sambandha, as well as after the removal of the remoteness and limitation. That means I alone with Maya Upadi am becoming Ishvara, and I alone am with Avidya Upadi becoming Jiva. I alone appear as remote, I alone appear as limited also. But remove the Maya, Avidya, remove the Parokshada and Paricheda, who am I? I am somebody who is neither Tatpadam nor Tvam Padam, but Aham Akhanda Ekarasam Brahma. And therefore, Tadasi iti gira lakshyam. I am implied through. Lakshyam means bhagatyaga lakshanaya lakshitam ityartha. Gira means by the statement. All the three are three different words. Tadasi iti one word. Tadasi iti gira lakshyam. 4 word. Tad asi. It is not, because in the text it is all written together. Therefore, like the first line, don't take it as one big word. Tat asi iti gira lakshyam. I am implied through the statement. Gira means statement. Gihi girau giraha, tritiya bhaktihi gira girbhyam girbihi. Gira here means vakyena ityartha. What vakyam? Tad asi. See, Tattvamasi itself is a small statement. Adhe orakla correctly solra madre, adhe cut pandrikar. He is simplifying, because in Sanskrit, once the word asi comes, the subject is understood. Tvam alone can come. Therefore, instead of saying Tattvamasi, he says Tadasi. Tvam is implied. Adle implication within the pesar. Therefore, Tad asi chonnale, Tat tvam asi, tad aham asi varad. Tad aham vandana asmi. Ellarume sollale, correct. So tad aham vanda asmi varana. Therefore, tat tvam asi iti gira mahavakyena lakshyam bhagatyaga lakshanaya. And that aham, that I, eka rasam. I am eka rasam. Eka rasam means indivisible, homogeneous. Okay. Why does he use the word here? Because once you have come to the lakshyartha, the tad tvam division also is gone. Just like vyavaharika satyam, vyavaharika jnanam, vyavaharika anandaha are different at vyavaharika plane, but once we have come to paramarthika satchidananda division is not there. Similarly, when tatpada indicates chaitanyam, tvam indicates chaitanyam, once we have come to shuddha chaitanyam, there is no difference of idu tattu node chaitanyam. Idu, in the buffet dinner la, so ivatlendu kondu vanda payasam, avatlendu kondu vanda payasam only. But you know, two different houses, there will be white vellam will be there, it will be bright payasam. And the other one will be little bit dark payasam. Like that, you should not think tatpada lakshyartham will be very shuddham chaitanyam. Thampada lakshyartham jivanoda chaitanyam allo. So thampada lakshyartham is a little bit impure chaitanyam. No. Tat tvam veda only till you come to lakshyartham. But once you have come to lakshyartham, there is neither tat nor tvam, neither Ishvara nor Jiva. All these are gone. What is there na? Eka rasam. That is called akhanda chaitanyam, which is mahaha. Mahaha means self-effulgent. Literally it means light. I am the homogeneous light of consciousness, which is indicated through Mahavakya, and which is pure by the elimination of all the upadis and upadi dharmas. Continuing. Upashanta jagadjiva Shishyacharyeshwara Brahmam Swatasiddhamanadyantam Paripurnamaham mahaha. So the consequence is clear. Tatpada is gone, Ishvara dismissed. Tvampada gone, Jiva dismissed. When both of them have gone, Guru has no work. Because Guru is meant only to join, like Vishwamitra. Sita Kalyanam Achuna, Vishwamitra chale gaya na. What job is there, Vishwamitra? Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam is over. Therefore, give sannyasam to the student and push him. So similarly here also, in that Brahman, Ishvaro Guru Ratmedi Murti Beda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Only for the sake of teaching purpose, Shastra, Shastram, Shishya, etc. In that Brahman, na Shastra, na Shastram, na Shishyo, na Shiksha, na Chatvam, na Chaham, na Chayam Prapanchaha. There is only Tadeko Vasishtaha Shivah Kevaloham. Therefore he says, who am I now? I am Upashanta Jagat Jiva Shishya Acharya Ishvara Brahmam. I am free from all confusions. Brahma. And what all confusion? Jagat. There is something called Jagat. That is one confusion. And once there Jagat means world. Okay. Once there is world, Bhogyam Vandadana, there must be a Bhokta. Along with the world confusion comes the Jivaha. That is the second confusion. Jivaha. The world is experienced. I am the experiencer. And this Jiva, it says I am in samsara, Durvara samsara davagni taptam, and he wants to study the scriptures vehemently, seriously. That is the third confusion, Shishyaha. So Shishyaha. And when Shishya comes, there must be Tad Vijnanartham sa Gurumeva Abhigachet. The fourth confusion is Guru. And when this confusion born Vyavahara takes place, Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, there is one Ishvara also to bless this mythical Vyavahara. So this false Vyavahara to bless an Ishvara is what he calls superimposed further, superimposition after superimposition. So Ishvara is the fifth Brahma. And now all of them are gone, Nutar. So Upashantaha Shishya Acharya Ishvara Brahmaha Yasmin Tat Mahaha Aham. So I am now that consciousness in which all confusions in the form of Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, Shishya, Acharya, all divisions. This is what many people consider as sacrilege. Ishwaraniya dismiss pandral actually. Remember, we are not dismissing Ishvara. Very carefully note. Ishvara is not dismissed, but Ishvara is placed in a higher position as Brahman. Ishvara's Ishvaratvam is removed. Content. When I dismiss wave, remember, wave is not dismissed by me. The miserable status of wave is dismissed, and wave is now what you call placed in a higher status as what? Water. What na er shuna burninga. What? Similarly, Ishvara is a wave, Jiva is a wave, Shishya is a wave, Acharya is a wave, Jagat is a wave. All these have got their individuality only through Nama Rupa. Ishvaratvam alone dismiss. We do not dismiss Ishvara, the content which is Brahman. And Ishvaratvam will have to be dismissed because once Jiva's Jivatvam is gone, Ishvara's Ishvaratvam cannot be there. Because if I have to be a master, you must be willing, but willing to be a slave. If I want to be a teacher, you must be willing to be a student. If Jiva refuses to be a Jiva, poor Ishvara, embrace Pandu. He will embrace. So now you and I are one. Therefore, the fivefold Brahmams are gone. And Swatas Siddham. So if all these divisions are gone, all pramana prameya vyavaharas are gone, how to know that Brahman? Adi irukkushali eppadi theriyumna? Eppadiyavathu swatah siddham. You don't require Acharya to reveal Brahman. Acharya only is to reveal that Brahman need not be revealed. Acharya need not reveal Brahman. Acharya is only to reveal that Brahman is ever revealed. So swatah siddham anadyantam. Anadyantam, you know, it is free from beginning and beginning and end. Paripurnam, infinite. Mahaha, light I am. So he concludes. Thodangartha enna sonnar? Kataksha kirana chanta naman mohabdhaye namaha anantananda krishnaya jagan mangala murthe. Krishna namaskaram vanni. By the time 27th shloka came, poor Krishna himself is the casualty now. Okay. Now the conclusion comes. I will finish this and stop. If anybody has to go, you can go. You will not be missing anything because it is only conclusion verse. Lakshmi dhara kave sukti sharadam bhoja sambhritaha AdvaitaMakarandoyam Vidvadbhringair nipiyatam. Okay. So he has done his job. He has very clearly established through yukti, he has established through anubhava, he has established aham asmi. Therefore there is no doubt that I am Brahman. And if at all Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, Bhedas are there, it is all only Brahman. And therefore whoever continues to say that, they are all Bhranta. So therefore for me and the problem kadayadu, it is not my problem, it is their problem. I have established aham Brahma asmi. At least for me it is true, no doubt. So now he concludes. So this is the title of the book he gives. This is AdvaitaMakarandaha Ayam. This is the honey of Advaitam. Advaitam refers to Advaita Jnana. So this book is the honey of Advaitam. Why we say honey? Honey is something that which is dear, loud, lovable. That's why when they call dear one also honey, then a gubra. Later the apra bakuladala. So beginning at least honey only it will start. So honey means dear with me. So madhu is also sweet and therefore Advaita is honey. Okay. So if it is honey, it must have come from some flowers. Flower illama honey irukka mudiyumo mudiyadu. What is the flower? Lakshmi dhara kavehe suktihi. The beautiful statements, suuktihi. The beautiful statements of Lakshmi dhara kavi. Are comparable to Sharad Ambhojaha. Ambhojaha means lotus. Sharad means autumn. Autumn season. Sharad Kalam. So Sharad Ambhoja means autumnal lotus. Lotus that is supposed to be beautiful, big and all. Okay. Therefore this AdvaitaMakaranda is Sambhritaha. Sambhritaha means what? Is stored. Store. Sambhritaha. Sambharam. Storing. Accumulating. Heaping. So is stored in the beautiful lotuses in the form of the Lakshmi Dhara Kavi statements. Let this honey be Vidvat Bhringai. Who will drink honey? Na? Only Vidvans. Vidvat means sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikarinaha. So by the bees of what you call qualified students, let it be nipiyatam, nitaram piyatam, let it be quaffed, let it be sucked. So nitaram means punah punaha, shravana rupena, manana rupena, nididhyasana rupena, punah punaha piyatam, let it be drunk. Let it be means let the AdvaitaMakarandaha be drunk by Vidvat Bringai. For other people also it is useful. Flowers can be used for decoration, for gift, for puja, but all those people do not get permanent joy. Similarly, this also can be used for Parayanam. Na prakasheham ityuktihi yat prakasha nibandhana swaprakasham tamatmanam aprakashah katam sprishet. Kekarthike nannada. So you can even read it and enjoy, but if you understand the meaning, you will get the AdvaitaMakaranda. But for that you should be sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari. So with this, he concludes the text also. Arya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.